Good morning. Today I'm going to put together some shelving units for seed starting. I'm going to put those indoors, and I just got them in the mail, so we'll take a look at them and set them up together. And then if I have time, I'm going to start a few seeds. I have foxglove, pansies, and sea holly all need 10 to 12 weeks before the first frost. No, last frost. And our last frost is right around March, April. So we're 10 to 12 weeks away from that. So we had kind of our first frost. It was frost on the cars this morning. So that's maybe our first frost. And it's time to start getting with seedlings. I can't believe it. But first step is going and setting up those the shelving units with the lights for the seedlings. And I did get a couple heat mats, and I'll see if any of the seeds that I'm planning on planting today or tomorrow need heat, and we'll open those as well. I think I'm gonna put them here. I just moved that plant that way a little bit. That's why there's a dirt stain on the ground in here. But this is the pool room, and it's humid and it's warmer because it has just kind of a corrugated plastic roof. So it's always pretty light in here, and it definitely warms up in here more than any of our other areas in the house. So these are Vivor shelving units. Okay, I'm just gonna get the other one assembled. Okay, I'm gonna just assembly line this part. The first, in each one of these little bags comes 2 clips that attach to the top of the light, and then an end cap. They call it a dust cap. And they say to put it on your end one to avoid electrocution. So it's a good idea. So I put that on there because this is going to be my end run on the top shelf here. The other ones won't get that dust cap, so I'm just holding on to them. And then what I do is I line my light up as evenly as I can, using these lines here as guides, using the grid lines from the shelf as guides. And then I know I'm going to put my hook just inside of these 2 outer ones here. Inside these 2 outer ones. So I'm gonna put these clips, or the chain rather, here. So that way I know, okay, I can put these, which are the chains. This light set comes with all kinds of extra fittings for putting it in a ceiling or in a wall or something. This system that comes with these chains, and the chain has a hook on the end, and it's fiddly. Yeah. First thing I do is I take that off, because if you hook it just where the chain ends up, then your light is like down here, really low, just like 2 inches. So you need to shorten this chain, but you can, I wouldn't cut any part of it or anything, because you may have an instance where you want the light that low. But otherwise it's adjustable, and then you just take this clip and you can change the height of the light by clipping through different parts of the chain. That will make more sense in a minute. So I'm gonna just put these, do them, and then put them on their shelf they belong on. And again, this cap is extra, except for the first one, which I already put on. So I have a little bag here of all extra parts. So there are 2 chains per light. Put them on their shelves. And since this one is in front of me, I'll do this one first. So what I've taken to doing is taking an empty seed starting kit, and using it as a balancing aid and a measuring tool, because I want the light to be at least that high, right? So I've taken the end off of this hook here. I put it underneath. This is the only part where maybe it doesn't make sense to have this little plastic sheet there yet. And I hook it here. And then I pull it until it's above where I want it. And then this part is really fiddly and tricky. You have to go to the bottom of the one above. Look at this. Like really fiddly and tricky. You have to hook it higher than you think you do. Unfortunately. You have to hook it higher than you think you do. So I've hooked that into the bottom of that piece. But it's gonna have this much give. It's gonna have like an inch of give unless you hook it just right. So if I hook through the top of this one, top of that link, there we go. That's the height it's gonna be at. So now I'll do this side. Well, I did it. That was a way bigger cha-cha than I expected. I unplugged, it's a chain, so I put the plants that I'm working on the bottom here, and then unplugged the rest of it. But they both work, and now I am excited to just get to planting my seedlings. So I'm gonna head out later today, hopefully, and I think there's just 3 seeds that I have that are 10 to 12 week. But what I did was I used an outdoor cord, brought it to here. It has a 3-way plug on it, plugged those into it, and then I just attached the buttons down to the bottom there. It's not the best, but I mean, I guess I could run them to the top. I think there's enough. Anyway, too tired now. Deal with it later. Well, I made it out here to start 3 seeds. One is gonna be pansies. This is a pastel mix of pansies. Then I have digitalis, pink gin, and eryngium, or sea holly, steel blue. And these all are 10 to 12 weeks. So I'm just gonna start 6 of each. Last year I started my seeds in 9 count trays, 12, and it was too crowded, and I had trouble planting them, and I only got like 5 or 6 plants anyway. So this year I figured I'd start with, just 6, and they'll hopefully be healthier plants. I also like the larger spacing here of I'm having 2 inches to grow into. Keeps you from having to size them up multiple times during the preseason. And then these lids, you can turn them, dial them. If it's too humid or not humid enough, you can do that with them. Usually you just leave it till they sprout and take these off. So the dial is maybe superfluous, but there it is anyway. So I got these on Amazon. And the kit comes with tags, which is nice. So I will And I got some new garden markers. Sharpies don't really write well on these tags, or they do, but then they burn out. It comes in little sets of 2, and I like these. They do well. So the 2 that I started already, those are the, how many are in those trays? 3, 6, 12. So this is half as many, but I really think I'm gonna get a healthier plant if I just start 6 of them, and I don't need 12 of every plant. That's a lot. So got those started. These are my 10 to 12 week plants, and the LED lights do emit a little bit of heat. It is warmer. So I think it's going to be warm enough for them to get started. And I did, in my water, I put some plant food in the water. For seedlings, you put half as much as what I've read. I could be wrong, but that's what I do. So I'm just going to bottom water these all until they start showing real leaves, and then I can mist them. It's very exciting for me to have this all set up. I probably could fit 1 more box down there if I cram them all together. I may do that just so I have one light on. But I don't know, I feel like that one may not be getting as much light on the outside. But I guess it's fine. Yeah, okay, well, then I can unplug this one. Then I don't need to have more than 1 light on. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 5, 25. So I can have 50 trays of 50 different varieties if I use this size tray. So that's pretty good. I think that's about what I have to start indoors, maybe less. That's where I'm gonna leave it for today. I got these 2 shelving systems up with the lights, and that was a lot more work. That ended up taking me 2 days. And then I finally did it, sat down for lunch and thought I can start 3 little trays of seeds. So I went ahead and started 3 little trays of seeds today. So my 10 to 12 week seedlings are started. Then I have, 8 to 10, and it just works its way down. So I'm looking forward to seeing the difference with this system to what I used to just do, which is just use the natural light in this room to start seeds. And it worked pretty well, but the seeds would definitely lean and get all tangled up then. So this way I feel like I'm gonna have stronger seedlings, and that's really the goal, because I ended up, you know, like losing a lot of them because they were all tangled together, and you plant this, planting a lump is not as good as planting one stronger plant. So that's what I'm hoping for this year. And I'm gonna hopefully have more of a cutting garden back behind the warehouse. We're gonna have to rent a machine and kind of level it out and get it all ready. But I'm hoping to be able to do that this upcoming season. So that'll be fun. So that's gonna do it for me for today. Thank you for joining me, and I'll catch up with you next time. Bye-bye.